It's the end of 2017, and I felt like doing a little talk about, I don't know, just a random talk. It's not really related to anything. I just made a few notes of ideas I've kind of had floating around in my brain that I want to talk about. Never really fits into a video or here's a talk. That's what I'm trying to say. First thing I want to address is I got my grandpa, who turned 103 here in 2017, to agree to do interviews for YouTube. But every time we set up a time to record it, he disappears. And the few times like he's been around the camera, he really won't talk much about his stories. He just says really quick bits. So I'm thinking he really doesn't like being in front of the camera, even though he's agreed to it. So I'm still working on him. Hopefully I can get some interviews. He has some really good stories. I actually wanted to do a video on this chain hoist, because he's actually the one that built this chain hoist, this overhead hoist here in the shop. And I'd like to have him have his perspective on it. I've had a lot of people ask me to go over the details of it, and I'm like, well, I really want my grandpa to do it. And I can't get him cornered to do it. I would really like grandpa to do an interview, and he's agreed to it, but he disappears. And he does drive himself, so he can disappear whenever he wants to. I don't know where he goes, but... And speaking of grandpa, back in, I want to say February, I actually couldn't find it and I can't recall. Grandpa went into the nursing home, and I was really expecting some serious changes out here on the farm because of that. We were told by the doctors that he would never return to living out here on the farm in his own house by himself like he does now when he went in the nursing home. He had pneumonia. Something else was going on. I can't remember what it was. But the doctors told us straight up. They're like, he'll be in the nursing home the rest of his days. Guarantee it. And after being in the nursing home for about 3 weeks, it might have been 4, Grandpa came home for a visit to have a family dinner and stuff. And he told the family that he was not going back to the nursing home. We'd have to drag him kicking and screaming. So the doctors did stress tests and I don't know, whatever else. And he passed with flying colors. And they said, yeah, you don't need to be here. Go home. So go Grandpa. He's back home. It's awesome that he's back doing stuff. He's out driving the tractor, driving himself to town. He's acting like a 70-year-old, honestly. It's amazing. Sorry, I'm looking at my timer here because I want to keep this under 10 minutes. One of the things, in life is that your priorities change and events happen and whatnot. One of the things I really wanted to do for 2017 was get myself a CNC Plasma Table. That was a huge priority back in January, and I was going to do it. But with Grandpa getting sick and going to the nursing home, I put it on hold because I didn't know what my position was out here. Kind of as the year has progressed, I kind of got more and more nervous about my position out here. And to make a long story short, my wife and I decided to postpone getting a plasma cutter, a CNC plasma table, until we knew what our position was out here. So hopefully in 2018, we'll be getting one. Can't guarantee it. There is some major changes coming to this channel, though, in 2018. So can't spill the beans yet, but I'm hoping in February I can talk about it. Or I should say by February, you will definitely know what's going to happen out here. Also, come February, I hope to start working on the wood chipper again. I get asked that a lot. No, it is not a dead project. I haven't made a video on it in a while, but I am definitely working on the wood chipper. So hopefully I will start on that in earnest in February. Another big milestone for me and my channel was in June, just in time for my 40th birthday, I reached 1 million total channel views. And I've been running the Wide Vision Metal Fab channel since the 7th of April of 2014. Before that, I was Great Samson 3000, but when Google and YouTube merged, I could no longer use my Great Samson 3000 channel because it was not Gmail based or Google Plus based, so I had to start all over. So since 2014 to June of 2017, I finally accumulated 1 million total channel views. However, I also put ads on my videos this year. I did that because when you put ads on your videos, they actually go higher in the search results than videos without ads, because that's how YouTube makes their money as well. So they, promote videos with ads so they can make money. So since the end of June till December, so 5 months, I gained another 500,000 views. So I am now at 1.5 million views, which is just incredible. I'm just blown away by that. I did not know that putting ads on my channel would make that much of a difference in the traffic I get to it. So, an amazing thing. Also, don't watch the ads. Use ad block if you want to. I don't care. I've had a couple comments saying they watch the ads, and I usually just say thanks and go on. But I really should start saying you don't have to watch the ads. If you don't want to, skip them. Please. I just do it to get my search higher. I'm not really after it for the money. I make these videos because this is my business, and the videos are byproduct of that. You know what I'm saying? That was a great 40th birthday present, was to reach 1 million views. Oh, I do want to talk about something that is not YouTube related. It is business related for me though, and I think a lot of people need to be made aware of this. And not getting all doomsday on you here, but I do believe the economy is crashing. Firmly believe this. And the reason I say this is in 2007, I saw a huge downturn in my business because I went from building huge hay sheds and building miles of corral to just repairing people's equipment and getting it going. And 2007 was a pretty hard crash, probably more into 2008. The housing bubble burst. I can't remember what else happened, but just, people lost their jobs, people lost their houses in 2007, 2008. Yeah, it wasn't like, couldn't get groceries at the grocery store, but there was definitely hardship going on. It was a very recessed time in our economy. I'm seeing the exact same thing right now. I am no longer getting huge projects to build. I am getting a lot of videos, a lot of projects like the sweep plow repair, where I completely go through somebody's sweep plow. And that farmer even told me exactly what he could spend on that. He was like, I've got this much to do for that plow. That's it. Don't go over that. If the economy was good, he'd go out and buy a new plow. You know what I'm saying? So something is going on. The economy's starting to go down. I can see it out here. Two indications of that in the farming market, and they kind of intertwine a little bit, is land prices and commodity prices. Just a couple years ago, you could probably get on irrigated ground $2,200 an acre out here for the ground. If you think about buying 640 acres, which most people are going to sell them in a section at a time, 640 is a section, that's a lot of money to be throwing down. 2,200 times 640 is some money. Twice this year, I have heard of people ending their land auctions because they couldn't even get the $750 per acre opening bid for the ground. So we've gone from $2,200 down to $750 per acre in a matter of months. So if that's crashing, that tells you the farmers don't have money to spend right now. Also, the wheat price. In 1975, wheat kind of hit a little bubble right there, but I mentioned that year because that's when my dad started farming. And Dad said he got $5 per bushel of wheat in 1975 when he was farming. This year, my dad sold his wheat for $2.31 a bushel. That is half of 1975 prices. Just imagine if your job got rolled back to 1975 wages and then they cut that in half. You wouldn't be able to make it. So obviously. And on the other hand, I don't buy bread anymore because I make my own. But the last time I looked at a loaf of bread in the grocery store, it was $4 a loaf. That is stupid, considering that wheat is down to $2.31. for a bushel of wheat. The price of bread should not be $4 for a loaf. That's just crazy. So there is something seriously going on. I have gone way over my time on this. Dang it. Well, anyway, that's enough of me rambling. I'm just going to throw this video out there, just kind of an end of the year talk, and say some big changes coming. I'm looking forward to 2018. And yeah, Happy New Year. See y'all around. Thanks for watching.